Okay, so if you found this video, 9 times out of 10, your reality is shifting. You have officially tapped in and your reality is shifting, baby. Okay, so I'm going to give you some different ways to be able to indicate if that's happening for you. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the first thing is what used to feel comfortable may now feel restrictive. Okay. So you may feel this in your job. You may have just recently gotten a job. Say you're like not even a year in. This is a job that you absolutely wanted. You fantasized about it. You dreamed about it, visualized about it. It is a total manifestation of yours. You get the job and now you're like, oh, I'm ready to do something different. I'm ready to make a move and do something different. That is an indicator that you are shifting your reality. That is an indicator that things are starting to shift and shape, and you are positioning yourself to arrive on a new timeline to shift your reality. Environment. Maybe you used to hang out with certain people and now you have no interest in hanging out with those people. Not even so much like there's something wrong with them or they've done something wrong. It's just the interest, the appeal of a situation or an environment is no longer there. That is an indicator that your reality is shifting. Relationships, okay? Whether intimate or platonic. Maybe things just don't feel the way that they used to feel. That's an indicator that things are changing. You are aligning to something new, to something different, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that you need to get rid of all these things. These are just indicators that you are shifting, okay? Okay, so then the next one is going to be what we all love to talk about sometimes, synchronicities. Synchronicities meaning like the repeated numbers, right? And like meaningful coincidences. So meaningful coincidences would be an example would be like, oh my God, every single day this week, somebody has called me and needed me to, hold space for them or give them, be a listening ear or ask for advice. And it's happening frequently and it's meaningful. That's an indicator that you are shifting. Your reality is shifting and changing. You are vibrating differently now. Okay. Pay attention to those meaningful coincidences. And then, of course, you have the angel numbers. But when it comes to the angel numbers, when you see when you see the synchronicities of repeated numbers, this is like they show up so much that it is hard to ignore. Hard to ignore. And if you're watching this video 9 times out of 10, you have had that experience where either you're constantly seeing 1111 or you're constantly seeing 333 or you're constantly seeing 444. Like you're seeing these repetitive numbers. And even like they don't have to be repeated numbers like 222 or anything like that. You may see 1234 all the time, or you may see 911 all the time, or you may see 1133 all the time. Like it doesn't have to be the same number, but you're seeing the same group of numbers show up everywhere, or you're seeing the repeated numbers show up everywhere. That is definitely an indicator that something is changing, something is shifting. Now, one of the things that I want to bring to mind about the synchronicities and especially numbers and coincidences, you have to realize that much like we have computers in our existence, we are very much like computers ourselves, right? We are human computers. We are programmable. So, we have to understand that before we start shifting, before we are aware that we're shifting and things are changing and repetition of different things are showing up, there is other things that take place in and around our human bodies and within our auric field, meaning that there are shifts and changes and upgrades that are happening to your cellular system long before you may even notice it or are aware of it. Now, some people may find themselves, the further they get into their intentional spiritual journey, they are recognizing that certain things are changing long before, like, things on the outside of them are changing. They may be able to pinpoint, that something is happening within their cellular system, right? Maybe their eating has changed, or their sleep has changed, their skin has changed, their sight has changed, things like that. So there are these things that happen before we actually are aware, right? So back to us being human computers, after those things happen, and you start seeing repetitive numbers everywhere, you're seeing 1111 everywhere, you're seeing 222 everywhere, that's you programming you, right? Because we know that we are the divine. We are expressions of the divine. We are tapped in and we are extensions of infinite intelligence. We are living in a dream space, right? We are powerful divine beings. So, because we know this, and if you don't know, now you know, because we know this, we understand that we are programming ourselves, right? So, what are you feeding into yourself? These numbers, these synchronicities, these coincidences are showing up because things are being brought to attention. Things are being brought into your awareness. So one of the things that I want you to take note of the next time that you see maybe a repeated number, and you're just like, oh my God, that's the second time I've seen that number today, or I've seen that, group of numbers or that synchronicity. Take note of what you're thinking. I like to always take note of what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. So what I have learned to do over a period of time is to automatically do a self scan. When I see synchronicities and I see things showing up over and over and over again, I do a self scan automatically. After I do a self scan, I then scan my environment. That is where you receive the downloads, because sometimes what happens is what's going on within us and around us is what our higher self is trying to bring to our attention. There is information available to us at all times that provides the next step, that provides the insight, that provides the inspiration that we need to step into that new reality, to fully step into that new reality. We just have to be aware and receptive to receive our own intelligence. So the next time you see a repetition of some type of number or some type of coincidence that's going on, there's something there for you. I promise you. And I would specifically ask the divine to help you set the intention to be more aware and to be more receptive to the downloads and the insight and the information of what to do next, where to go next, who to talk to next. You know what I'm saying? So that is my tip. That's my trick when it comes to synchronicities. Okay, so the last thing that I have is, you may notice that the things that you were once interested in, they are not it. What once like deeply mattered to you, what really pulled you in, what really had a draw, you may notice that it doesn't have the same effect on you anymore. That is another indicator that you're shifting your reality. You're literally changing your life, okay? Like, this is exciting, okay? Because it's happening all the time, but there are moments and times where bigger shifts happen, where, for example, someone wins the lottery. That's a huge shift, huge, huge shift. Or someone, decides to move across the world, or someone purchases their first home, or someone, finds out that they're pregnant, or getting married and you weren't married before. Like, these, there are major shifts that can happen in a person's life, and that's when you see these huge powerful indicators that like pop up and show up around you to guide you and direct you and support you in making the complete shift. So you will notice that what you once felt called to, your desires, your goals, and all that stuff, 11:11 on the clock, you'll notice that they are changing. They're changing, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay. It is a wonderful indicator that you're doing something. You're doing some work, you're changing. You're doing what you're exactly here to do. Expand, change, explore, expand, change, explore. Like that is what we're here to do and express. So, that is another huge indicator that you are changing, you are shifting your reality. And I get excited about this because I know so many people that are constantly being reminded by the divine that they're shifting. And it's such a beautiful opportunity when you run into these different things that happen in life that are showing you, hey, it's time to go this way, and it's time to go do this thing now, and it's time to go meet this person, and it's time to connect with this person, and it's time to make this move or that move. That's exciting. That's so exciting. That is one of the best ways to, step out of that space of feeling like you're stuck or you're lost or you're stagnant. There are always indicators and there are always um, hints in life that are available to us to take us where exactly where we want to go every single time, every single day, all day long. Our higher self, the divine, is constantly communicating and speaking to us. So, I really hope that this helped you maybe understand more of what's going on around you, what to do when you see these things and these different opportunities and coincidences and feelings and all this different stuff is happening. It's happening for you. It's something that you're creating. It's something to help you get to where it is that you want to go. Okay? So, let's go. Take the opportunity, take these downloads, take these insights, take this divine direction and run and create the absolute fuck out of your life, okay? And have fun doing it. So that is what I got for you. I send you peace and I send you light and I send you love. And don't forget, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'll see you around. Peace.